Welcome to EduRev.
In the previous video, we learned to write a chemical reaction in a word format. We also learned to write a simple equation using chemical formula and balance the equation. Let us now look at some more complex examples and make our concepts stronger. Do you recall the activity 3 in the introductory video we performed in the laboratory? If you recall, we had mixed zinc and sulfuric acid, which resulted in zinc sulfate and release of hydrogen gas. How do we represent this equation? How do we write a word equation for this? Zinc plus sulfuric acid when mixed gives zinc sulfate plus hydrogen. This is long, isn't it? Let's write it using the chemical formula method. Zn plus H2SO4 gives ZnSO4 plus H2. Now, let us count the atoms of each element in the LHS and RHS side. On the LHS, zinc is 1, hydrogen is 2, sulfur is 1 and oxygen is 4. This matches with the values of subsequent atoms on RHS. As the number of atoms on both sides match, we can say that it is a balanced chemical equation. Come, let us look at some more examples to understand the concepts better. When iron reacts with water, we know we get iron oxide. How can we write it in word format? Iron plus water gives iron oxide plus hydrogen gas. Let us write in a chemical equation form. Fe plus H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2. Is this equation a balanced equation? Let us do this stepwise. Step 1. To balance a chemical equation, first draw boxes around the equation. Fe plus H2O gives Fe3O4 plus H2. Step 2. Find the number of atoms on each side. On the LHS, iron is 1, hydrogen is 2, oxygen is 1. On the RHS, iron is 3, hydrogen is 2, oxygen is 4. As we see, hydrogen on both sides is balanced, but iron and oxygen are not balanced. Step 3. As a process, first balance the element which has maximum atoms. It can be a reactant or a product. Using this criterion, we select oxygen from Fe3O4 on RHS, which has 4 atoms. Remember, to balance the number of atoms, we cannot alter the formula of the compound or elements involved. For example, to balance oxygen, we can put a coefficient as 4, H2O, but not H2O4 on the LHS. The new equation will now be Fe plus 4H2O, which gives Fe3O4 plus H2. So, this leads us to partly balanced equation. Step 4. If you notice, oxygen on both sides are balanced, but iron and hydrogen are still not balanced. Let's try and balance hydrogen now. Step 5. Hydrogen on LHS is 8 now. To balance hydrogen on RHS, put a coefficient 4 to hydrogen. The new equation will now be Fe plus 4H2O, which gives Fe3O4 plus 4H2. This is a partly balanced equation. Step 6. Now that hydrogen and oxygen are balanced, but iron is still not balanced. Step 7. Iron on LHS is 1 and on RHS it is 3. To balance iron, add a coefficient 3 to it on LHS. Can we recheck if all the elements are now balanced on both sides? Yes, our equation now looks balanced. This method is called hit and trial method, as we make trials to balance the equation by using the smallest whole number coefficient. To make a chemical equation more effective, it is important to mention the physical state of the substance along with the chemical formula. The gaseous, liquid, aqueous and solid states of matter are represented as G, L, AQ and S respectively. So, the previous equation can be written as 3FeS plus 4H2OG gives Fe3O4S plus 4H2G. Note that the symbol G is used for H2O in the above equation to indicate that in this case, water is used in the form of steam. Points to be noted while writing a chemical reaction. We use some more additional symbols to represent the equation effectively. The word aqueous, AQ, is written if the reactants or product is present as a solution in water. Sometimes reactions conditions such as temperature, pressure, that is ATM, catalyst, etc. are indicated above and or below the arrow in the equation. If a gas is evolved in a particular reaction, we use an upward arrow. Similarly, if a precipitate is formed, we show a downward arrow. Come, let us write the following word format equations into balanced chemical equations. Barium chloride reacts with zinc sulfate to give zinc chloride and barium sulfate as shown on the screen. When lead nitrate and potassium iodide solution are mixed, we get a yellow color precipitate of lead iodide as shown on the screen. Aluminium burns in chlorine to form aluminium chloride as shown. Now you have come to the end of this video. Writing and balancing some complex chemical equations. Hit and trial method of balancing chemical equations. Symbols used to describe physical state of the substance in a chemical equation. As a student, you need to practice more examples to understand the concept. Now that we have learned to write and balance some more difficult chemical reactions, you might want to verify your understanding of the concept and revise the chapter. You can attempt tests, see videos and read documents through our EduRev Infinity program. We have 800 plus videos, 2500 plus documents, 6000 plus questions across subjects waiting for you to practice and master the concept. With EduRev Infinity, you can access every primary subject of your class. Please visit EduRev platform for more details. Thanks for watching.